and 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Again, this is the base criteria for a severe thunderstorm warning. We need 1 inch hail or 58 mile per hour winds or greater for it to be severe. Again, severe thunderstorm warning now for Whitley County and Fort Wayne, Indiana. Let us know if you can see this too. Ryan, are they able to see this?
Yep, we're connected. We're good.
Okay. All right. Yep. Severe thunderstorm warning again. Western or eastern Whitley County, northwest Allen County, southeastern Noble County, and far southwestern DeKalb County, Indiana. This does go into an effect um, until 4:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Again, quarter-size hail and winds up to 60 miles per hour associated with this thunderstorm here. Getting ready to move right across US 30. If not already across US 30, coming up to US 33. Again, moving into northwest Allen County here, quarter size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gust associated with this warning here. Again, first severe thunderstorm warning of the day for Indiana. We had some special weather statements earlier throughout the day with some storms that became strong, but likely were below severe criteria. And here we are with our first severe thunderstorm warning here. Also, some weak rotation associated with the thunderstorm, too. Again, tornado not a primary risk with the storm, primary risk being hail and damaging winds, but again, a non zero risk associated with this, as it is a supercell thunderstorm here, moving in near the Arcola area, Dunn Mill, Churubusco, Huntertown. Again, be in your safe place, 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail headed in your direction here. Let me get my there we go. Zoom in here a little bit more for you. So here we go, moving right over US 30 here, coming up to US 33, just south of Churubusco, Dunn Mill, Arcola. Columbia City, you guys are in the clear. Again, this storm is also moving very, very quickly, moving northeast at 45 miles an hour. So it slowed down a little bit. But again, 60-mile-an-hour, quarter-sized hail coming right across the US 30 corridor, US 33, northwest Allen County, Huntingtown, Churubusco, Garrett, Indiana. You guys are on deck for this storm as well. Again, some broad rotation in here, but nothing indicative of a tornado at this time. Switch to correlation coefficient. You can kind of see a little bit of your hail core perhaps getting ready to across US 30 right in there. You can see those brighter returns indicative with your brighter pinks right in here. This would be a small but potent hail core here, perhaps quarter-size hail crossing US 30 near the Lake Everett area. Coming up on West Washington Center Road, northwest Allen County. So again, a very populated area in northwest Allen County here. So again, moving northeast at 45 miles an hour, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and quarter-size hail with this thunderstorm here. Again, the only severe thunderstorm warning in the state of Indiana at this point in time. We do have a special weather statement, a couple of them here in northwest Ohio and southwest lower Michigan for some sub-severe storms. But again, we'll have to watch some of these storms that are developing here across Grant County here outside Marion, as well as coming into Wabash County here, just near the, I believe, yeah, coming into Wabash County here. We'll have to watch here as well. So again, these are sub-severe at this point in time, with our severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Whitley County, northwestern Allen, southeast Noble, and southwest DeKalb County. Again, in effect until 4:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Quarter-size hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts is the anticipated hazards here with this thunderstorm. So again, we do have a risk for strong to severe thunderstorms today. We tried to communicate that. Again, a conditional risk, really dependent on how our atmosphere is able to recover after the line of storms that moved through last night and early this morning. So again, we do have sorry. Anyway, we do have just enough instability in the region today to support thunderstorms, as well as some other ingredients to support hail. Hail and damaging winds are the primary risks today. A brief spin-up tornado cannot be ruled out with the wind shear that we have here. But again, primary risks more so along the lines of heavy rain, damaging winds, and perhaps some small hail being your main risks here today. Yeah, Grant County, you guys are right in here. Again, your heaviest storm just to your north in Wabash County, moving into Huntington County. Again, sub-severe at this point in time. We'll go ahead and turn on our hail tracker here just to take a look at it. Again, um, actually, some pretty decent sized hailstones here moving across the state line here. Probably getting close to quarter size hail. Van Wert County, Paulding County, far southeastern Allen County along the US 30 corridor, now moving into Paulding County. Probably have some quarter size hail, if not close to that, within that cell as well. We'll go ahead and switch radar products here just to get a different idea. Again, here's our severe thunderstorm warning. We'll go ahead and switch to vertical integrated liquid. This is our hail tracker. Again, you can see our two strongest cells right in here. I don't want classic. Why did I go classic?
I have it on. I was gonna say I have it on mine if you want me to.
Yeah, again, right now this storm appears to have weakened hail-wise, but again, still could have some damaging winds to 60 miles an hour associated with it. Your strongest storm right now appears to be moving in the southwestern Paulding County, Payne, Ohio, Laddie, Paulding, Antwerp. You guys on deck for this guy. Haviland is just going to pass just to your north and west here. Here's 127 stretching through Paulding and Laddie, and here is US 24 here. Again, this is actually in far northwest Ohio, Indiana, Ohio state line here. You have Dixon probably right around in here as well. So again, Convoy, Payne, Paulding, just to the north of Convoy, moving into Paulding County, Ohio. Again, quarter size hail, perhaps some gusty winds with that cell as well. So within this.
Gotta take a look at the radar further south and a little bit further west here across central Indiana. We have a line of storms here that has developed across the state. Most of these are sub-severe. They could have some small hail, some brief gusty winds. The two strongest cells, one that's warned up here, is moving in toward the north.
So I'm not sure if you can hear Ryan at all. He may have cut out there. Let us know if you can hear me or Ryan. I'm going to go ahead and take my radar back here. I think Ryan may have some issues with his internet there. But anyway, yeah, I see a question about Jay County again. Jay County, again, some heavy rain, some thunderstorms moving through right now. These are not severe at the moment. Again, just general thunderstorms in Jay County, Blackford County, around the Muncie area as well. Again, our only severe thunderstorm warning is in northwest Allen County here. It does include East Whitley County. However, the storm is now moved into northwest Allen County. Again, wouldn't be surprised to see this go warned either. Again, showing some pretty strong signature of some hail there. Moving into the Payne area. Again, you got Flat Rock Creek here, Payne, Paulding, 613. Could have some quarter-size hail there moving into the Payne area. We'll go ahead and turn on a correlation coefficient just to take a look at the hail here. And, well, not really seeing too much in the way of significant correlation there. Try a different radar product. Well, that's not what I wanted. That is what I wanted. Again, nothing, I guess, not a lot of hail showing up here in terms of CC, but again, Hail Tracker is trying to show some hail there across Paulding County, Ohio. Again, some small hail, probably moving just outside of Churubusco, Indiana, in this cell here with your strongest core just to the south. Again, this storm has weakened a little bit over the last few minutes, which is good. But it did briefly reach severe criteria enough to go ahead and put a warning on this for quarter-size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. We did definitely see that a few minutes ago. Again, a brief weakening trend here. We'll have to watch that closely. Could have some gusty winds here. You can see some brighter greens here. These are northbounds. Could have some gusty winds here right along the US 33 corridor coming into Huttertown here. Could have some brief gusty winds here. And again, some stronger winds possibly between Largo, Andrews, and Huntington and the Wabash-Huntington County line. Again, watching some thunderstorms off to our south and west here across Huntington County. Could have some gusty winds and perhaps some small hail as well. Same thing with Paulding County, Ohio, moving into Paulding. Could have some small hail and damaging winds there as well. Again, no warning on this one. No special weather statement either, but again, still showing some gusty winds and small hail in that general vicinity. Again, we'll go ahead and yeah, nothing real significant on CC on either storm at the moment. So hopefully our hail cores have weakened a little bit here, which is what we want to see. You can go to the comments in here. Yeah, we got a bunch of you guys in here. We got Julie in here, Caroline's in here, Tanya, Chris. Great to see you guys. Jackson's in here as well. We got Don. Great to see you guys here again. We are live here for the severe thunderstorm warning, which has prompted us to go live here in Northeast Indiana. Again, they have trimmed that back just to include Southeast Noble County, Northwest Allen, and Southwest DeKalb County here in Northern Indiana. Again, quarter-size hail, winds down to 50 miles an hour. So good news here, some gradual weakening, but still showing some signs of some hail associated with that thunderstorm across Northwest Allen County. Again, your strongest part of the storm is just to the north of US 33, coming up to the I-69 corridor, just to the west of Leo Cedarville there in Southwest Allen County. Huntertown, you guys are on deck here in the next few minutes. Could get some small hail. And here's your hail tracker here. Here's a correlation coefficient here. And right in here where you see that consolidation of colors there, your greens, your yellows, that's where your hail core is confined the most at. Give you a road network here. West DuPont Road, Johnson Road, Carroll Road, near the Eel River area as well. Having some hail indicated on radar here, moving northeast towards Huntertown. Again, this storm is moving north and east at 45 miles an hour. This warning is still in effect until looks like for another 13 minutes here. So again, 50-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail is the going rate for this warning here for Northeast Indiana. No, there are no watches for Indiana at this point in time. Again, all the tornado watches are for the southern portion of the United States. Down here in Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee. This is where your highest tornado risk is today, where you can see these watches here in yellow, severe thunderstorm warnings orange, tornado warnings red. Again, no watches anywhere in the Great Lakes region. Again, more of a sporadic severe risk today. Whenever these storms, isolated in nature and sporadically intensify as they do so. So again, widespread severe weather is not expected. Nothing like we saw last night is anticipated today, thankfully. But again, a few of these storms could become strong to severe throughout the afternoon. Again, we have just enough ingredients in place today to marginally support severe weather. Hence, we have one severe thunderstorm warning still in effect for Northwest Allen, Southeast Noble County, and Southwestern DeKalb County as well. Again, the hail may have weakened here according to CC. We'll go back to our hail tracker here and take a look at our updraft. Yeah, this is a little bit behind here, but again, a little bit weaker than what we were seeing previously, which is good news. But again, still some hail in there, perhaps nickels, maybe some quarters in there. But again, it looks like it is on the weakening trend. Your stronger cell right now is actually in Paulding County, Ohio. Again, a little bit behind here. Probably your greatest hail core getting ready to move right up Flat Rock Creek here, right into Paulding. So just south of US 24. Defiance, you guys on deck for that guy as well. As we take a look here around the region, a couple special weather statements in effect as well. And we have Ryan back. Welcome, Ryan.
Let's hope it doesn't drop again.
Some internet issues there, but all is well. And again, a couple stronger cells here outside the Ann Arbor area, Toledo area. But again, sub-severe at this point in time in southeast Lower Michigan, with our stronger cells located across northeast Indiana, northwest Ohio at this present time. We did have some special weather statements, but those have since expired. Something else to talk about, too, we do have a flood advisory in effect for another 1 hour and 55 minutes. We had some training showers and thunderstorms, which dropped quite a bit of rain across east central Indiana or west central Indiana as well. Again, between 3/4 of an inch and 2 inches of rain has fallen, with additional amounts of 1/2 an inch to an inch are expected. So again, ponding on roadways, isolated flooding, some full ditches are expected here within this green box here, including East Indianapolis Metro, Greenwood, and Bloomington as well, stretching down across the Bloomfield area as well. Again, right along the I-69 corridor here. So again, watch for ponding here if you're traveling on I-69 southbound from Indianapolis towards the Bloomington area. Could have some ponding left over on the roads as those drains are catching up. Again, look at radar here. We really have some training showers and thunderstorms kind of developing here right along the boundary of the cold front here. That'll be moving east, associated with our shortwave that'll be moving through later today as it lifts north. Again, one severe thunderstorm warning still in effect for another 9 minutes here. We'll see what they do with it. Still showing perhaps some hail core right in there coming in the 100 count. Again, this is a little bit delayed here, but could still have some hail, nickels to quarters, looking probable within that storm. Let me switch radar products to see if I have a latest scan here. Let me go to our hail tracker here on this product. Here we go. Yeah, still showing some signs of hail moving just to the south of Huntington, moving into Huntertown here, probably in the next 3 minutes or so. Again, still warned for quarter-size hail and 50 miles per hour winds here, with the next strongest cell over in Paulding County, as well as north of Paulding County from Hicksville, Farmer, just south of Edgerton, Ohio there, could have some small hail associated with that thunderstorm as well. And further south, you go in Huntington County and South Whitley County, could have some smaller hail, again, sub-severe in these storms, perhaps some P to dime size in South Whitley and P-size hail right along the US 24 corridor there, just to the northwest of Huntington, north of Andrews. Could have some small P-size hail. So again, so one severe thunderstorm warning in the state of Indiana, northwest Allen County, southeast Noble County, southwest DeKalb County, Indiana, for another 7 minutes here. We'll see what they do with it here. But again, quarter-size hail, 50 miles per hour wind is the going magnitude here with this storm. And we do have some other thunderstorms around the area as well. These are sub-severe at this moment, with some hail probably coming into probably just south of Bryan, Ohio here, coming up the US 6 corridor. Could have some dime to nickel size hail in either of these storms here, both in Paulding County and areas to the north outside of Hicksville on State Road 2 here in Ohio near Farmer. And again, just to the south in Huntington County, again, sub-severe, but could have some pea-sized hail and some gusty winds associated with any of these storms across Indiana right now.
Do we have any traffic cameras in the area, Kayla, we can take a look at?
We might have a few along. Let me see if we have any along the I-69 corridor here. Let me take a look here.
Well, he does that. I can pop in my radar if you find one popping back in.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So as he just mentioned, we have a couple of other cells here popping up across the northern Indiana, all the way through central Indiana as well. The strongest of these will be in northern Indiana. And a couple severe storms are still possible in addition to what we have ongoing here. We may see some warnings through northwest Ohio, perhaps even into southeast Michigan later on this afternoon. We'll be here tracking these for the afternoon. But for right now, the bulk of this activity appears to be over the northeast Indiana, northwest Ohio area. A couple of these cells over here in the Defiance County, Williams County, Ohio area look like they have some pretty good hail cores on them. Would not be shocked to get either a statement or some type of warning on that for hail fairly soon. Let's take a look at our hail tracker here. Not seeing too much in the way of significant hail, but still, it bears watching here as we move into the northwest portion of Ohio. But the severe warning continues for a few more minutes. This is going to be for, actually, looks like they just can't, actually, no, they canceled the other portion of Noble, looks like.
Nope, they just trimmed it back.
Yep. Okay, I see. So Allen, Noble, and DeKalb counties are going to be the ones involved for 5 more minutes. And again, the only hazard with this is going to be quarter-size hail. They dropped the wind down below severe limits, so now it's just a hail threat. And that's going to be moving up into the Garrett, Indiana, Auburn, Indiana, right along 69 here, just south of Avila, near Swan, Laotto, and St. John's areas.
Yeah, a storm that actually has my eye right now, one in Paulding County, but also the one near Farmer in northwest Ohio. Starting to show some decent cores on those guys. In Defiance County, Ohio, could have some small size hail, perhaps getting close to severe limits, perhaps maybe just under. If anybody resides in these areas from Paulding to Farmer, let us know what you're seeing. Could have, again, hail size seems to be increasing with those storms. Again, another cell up by Angola too, showing some signs of perhaps maybe some P to dime size hail up there as well, just to the south of the 80-90 corridor in northwestern India, far northeast Indiana, between Jamestown and Angola.
For those of you asking about other places across Indiana, I see a couple comments from Mary and I see a couple comments for the Anderson area. This line of storms and showers is pushing in that direction, although the best environment for severe weather is going to be a little bit further north for right now. We could still see some isolated damaging wind gusts along this line as it develops. I would especially think that's true a bit further east here as these storms progress east northeast. But for right now, everything over here heading in toward Marion Anderson area looks sub-severe, and that would be hopefully continue into the afternoon.
Yep. Not really finding a good in-dot camera here that at least has something on it. But again, this probably the strongest cell right now, outside of our severe thunderstorm warning, I'd have to say is the Defiance County cell moving into Bryan, Ohio, right now based on radar. Yeah, look at your latest hail there, Northern Defiance County, Farmer, Ohio into Bryan, Ohio. Decent hail signature there, right on the county line, just south of Montpelier, Ohio, far northwest Ohio. Decent hail signature there, just to the east of Edgerton. Could have some quarter-size hail there.
Yeah, good VIL on that too. So that's going to be moving up into Montpelier. This is going to be Williams County area near the town of Bryan. So if you happen to live in Bryan, Ohio, Stryker, West Unity, up into the very far northwest corner of Ohio, you guys should be on alert there for some hail. No warning at this time in effect. That could change. We'll see what the Northern Indiana office
is probably going to move right up the 127 corridor there, near Bryan, Pulaski, West Unity, is where that cell is going to track.
Go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
Eventually, as well, if these continue to hold their strength in the Hillsdale, Lenawee, perhaps Jackson and Washtenaw counties. So be on alert for Michigan here later on this afternoon and evening. But this warning continues for 3 more minutes. We'll see if they extend it, which as of right now, there's no extension, but the heaviest part of that cell still remains in that warning. So perhaps an extension still to come for this on this severe warning. We'll see if they issue a new warning for this momentarily. Don't be shocked if you see a couple more warnings today.
Nope. Again, our atmosphere is marginally supportive for severe weather. Again, there's just enough ingredients at play today to allow a few of these storms to become strong to severe. And we are seeing that play out here across northern Indiana. And there's our warning extension now for DeKalb County, Indiana, including Butler, Butler, Auburn, St. Joe, in effect now.
DeKalb County till 4:45 Eastern, Waterloo, Moore, Auburn, Taylor Corner, Summit, Sedan, Arctic, and Butler, if I already didn't say that. So again, 4:45, about 30 more minutes here for the secondary warning. That continues for 60 mile per hour winds and quarter-size hail. So your typical standard severe warning. That will continue.
Perhaps the winds have intensified a little bit. It went sub-severe, now warned again for 60 miles an hour.
Do you have the graphics? If not, I can post it.
I'll get it here.
Okay.
If you want to keep talking there, that'd be great.
Yep. All right, zooming back out here. Aside from that storm, we do have a couple other storms we're watching. We have some up here in Hillsdale County, Michigan. We have some over here by Bryan, Ohio, by Defiance, Ohio. Then also back here along the line from Huntington down toward the Kokomo and in the West Indianapolis area. Those still look to remain sub-severe, below severe limits. That could change, but for right now, no immediate concern with these cells. Maybe a little bit of a concern here with the Columbia City cell here. Got a nice little hook echo on it. Could be indicative of some broad rotation there, but also the main threat for this would be a little bit more so damaging winds with that little Boeing segment and also some hail potential as well.
Yeah, the overall tornado risk is rather on the low side with damaging winds and hail being the primary risk today. Again, marginally supportive of these risks today as well. Widespread severe weather is not expected, nothing like we saw last night, thankfully. But again, a few of these storms could become strong to severe with locally damaging winds and large hail. A brief spin-up tornado cannot be ruled out. Again, a lot of wind shear in place today, but we're lacking some instability to really allow these updrafts to strengthen to tap into that wind shear as they otherwise could have. So again, damaging winds and hail being the primary risk here this afternoon. And they have trimmed back the warning now for Allen County, Indiana, no longer in a severe thunderstorm warning. It is just solely DeKalb County, Indiana now. Auburn, St. Joe, Butler, Hamilton, Asheville, you guys are all included in this warning here. Moving along the I-69 corridor. In fact, let me see if I can find an NDOT camera here close to that.
Out of the Tunker, 2 northwest of Tunker, Whitley County, train spotter reporting hail of penny size, relayed via the Huntington County EMA. So that is going to be just to the south of the cell. So it looks like at least for right now, the hail may be sub-severe, below severe limits, but still a penny size hail can do some very brief or very minor crop damage for you guys. And also perhaps leave a couple dents in some soft material, or should I say some hard material. For reference, penny size is about 3/4 of an inch, 0.75. Severe hail starts about an inch or so, so it's not quite there, just below.
Yeah,
We
that
have a
Huntington
couple.
County cell may have weakened a little bit. Still watching that Columbia City cell, as Ryan mentioned.
Yep, that's one I've been keeping my eye on too.
Yeah, coming in the Peabody could have some gusty winds there.
Mm-hmm. Have some small hail in that too, but doesn't look to be severe though. That VIL up here by Bryan still looks to be quite. I mean, it's 10 minutes old, so we're waiting for a new scan, but I would expect there'd be
Turn
some.
on CC to see if that is updated yet. I'm curious to see if that'll show anything.
Yep, just a bit of hail filling in there by Bryan.
Yep.
Very very classic hail core on that one. It's not a very intense storm, so to speak, but would still be a candidate to put down about a half inch to probably 3/4 of an inch penny size hail as well. So if you're in Bryan, Ohio, Pulaski, Ohio, along the West Unity 127 corridor here, up to Fayette, you guys need to be on alert for some perhaps medium to larger hail. Also, when you have a second, Caleb, check your private chat with me. So one severe warning in effect here for Northeast Indiana. It's going to be for the county of DeKalb. It goes until 4:45. Threats are going to be 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail.
Again, solely for DeKalb County. Again, Butler County, you guys are on, or Butler, Indiana, you guys are on deck. Crossing I-69 right now, with probably the more, I guess, prominent hail core being right over 69, just north of the Allen County line there in southern DeKalb County, moving northeast. I believe still at 40 miles an hour, moving northeast. Again, still a pretty potent VIL now coming into Bryan, Pulaski, Ohio. A little bit stronger of a VIL than what we're seeing here in DeKalb County. So could have some hail moving into Bryan, Ohio. So Ryan's probably going to pop off here. He's got to do a couple things here behind the scenes here. But again, we'll keep monitoring this here. If any warnings are issued for Michigan, we do have to pop out of here and cover Michigan.
If anything does happen to go warning Michigan, and we still have warnings in Indiana, we'll probably merge coverage like we did last night again.
Yep.
Just to kind of get the bases touched. But I got to pop out. We have these storms approaching the Michigan border. I gotta set the stream up for Michigan and get ready to go live. Caleb will have you covered here. And if there's a warning for Michigan, we'll stop the stream here and then restart it again like we did last night for those of you who are still watching from the last night time frame. So with that being said, you guys enjoy your afternoon. Caleb has you covered here. So stay with him.
Yep. Thank you, Ryan. Well, he does that. We'll continue to follow this severe thunderstorm warning. Again, the only severe thunderstorm warning in the entire Great Lakes region at the moment, solely confined to DeKalb County, Indiana. According to our hail tracker here, we have a few storms with pretty decent hail cores on them. One in Bryan County or Bryan, Ohio, right up to 127 corridor here coming into Pulaski. In fact, this is a little bit old here. Your hail core just to the west of Pulaski there, 127 corridor. Again, go back south in Defiance County, some hail there as well. And again, your strongest hail core right around 427, coming pretty close to the Concord area. Probably going to split Concord and Auburn into DeKalb County. Going to be very close to the Moore, Indiana area, and Butler as well. You guys are on deck for quarter size hail and 60 miles per hour wind gusts associated with this. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat too. I'll try to answer those for you while we're hanging out here. But again, we're watching this line of showers and thunderstorms here, stretching from about Fort Wayne all the way down to the I-65 corridor, just to the south of Frankfort there. Again, these storms are subsevere, but again, some of those could be strong with perhaps some small hail and gusty winds. Switch radars here, go back south to IND. I guess IWX kind of shows it best there a little bit. You can kind of see your gust front there moving right along here. So again, some gusty winds associated with this. Perhaps even some broad rotation starting to show up in Wabash County, south of Largo. Again, that was our, that could be clear air there as well. But again, our strongest cell being across DeKalb County, Indiana. Again, our hail core right in here, just to the east of I-69, south of Auburn, moving northeast at 40 miles an hour, west of St. Joe, Indiana. Going to get pretty close to the Butler area here over the next 10 minutes as well. So we'll go ahead and turn back on our hail tracker here. Gives us a good idea. Yep, there we go. So your hail core has re-intensified again, showing quarter-size hail once again. Just to the south of Auburn, again, east of I-69. Going to get pretty close to St. Joe. Probably going to go just north of town. Same thing with Newville. Butler, Indiana, you guys are on deck for quarter-size hail. We'll get some road names for you here. Let me switch back to IWX here. Again, going to move right up to, I guess, 29, 60. You guys are on deck here, coming into the Butler and Moore, Indiana area. Again, State Road 8. You guys could have some quarter-size hail. Again, this hail tracker is a little bit behind. It's actually sitting right in here, south of Auburn there, just to the west of Concord. We'll show you here. There's your hail core right in there. We might be able to get correlation coefficient to pull up here. There you go. Really pronounced hail core sitting right in here, right on County Road 62, coming up to County Road 29 and 60. Again, a very pronounced hail core here associated with your deeper pinks here and purples. Again, this is very indicative of quarter-size hail, perhaps even a few isolated larger stones too, maybe up to 1.25 inches in a couple places as well. A pretty pronounced hail core there associated with that storm. Not really seeing anything quite that significant anywhere else in the state here of Indiana. But again, severe thunderstorm warning in effect for another 21 minutes here for DeKalb County, quarter-size hail, 60 miles per hour wind gusts here with the storm. This is north of Fort Wayne. Again, we do have some showers and thunderstorms to the west of Fort Wayne, US 30, 24 corridor there, Whitley County, northern Huntington County. But again, these are subsevere at this point in time. With our strongest storm in DeKalb County, you can see our hail core right in there, right around County Road 60 there. Getting pretty close to Concord here. It's probably going to split Concord and Auburn, going close to the State Road 8 area. Probably going to go very close to Moore, Indiana as well. This is moving northeast at 40 miles an hour per the latest advisory here from IWX. We'll go ahead and turn velocity on just to get a look at our winds here. No. Here we go. So for some gustier winds here, perhaps just to the south of Auburn here where those greens are, could have some wind gusts to 60 miles an hour. And again, our next strongest cell over here just to the south of Montpelier, Northwest Ohio, 127 corridor there from Pulaski to West Unity, could have some larger stones in there, perhaps nickel, approaching quarter size in that storm as well. So again, our strongest cell is in DeKalb County, Indiana, northeast Indiana, north of Fort Wayne, south of Auburn. Going to split Auburn and Concord here as it heads off towards Butler, Indiana. Again, we'll go ahead and turn velocity back on here. Yeah, perhaps maybe some gusty winds. Hard to tell if I'm seeing 60 miles an hour. Definitely some stronger winds near the Pulaski area and northwest Ohio. Again, we have a little bit higher radar here. I'm actually going to turn velocity back on. That might be some clear air there as well. But again, some stronger winds perhaps mixing in there along the 127 corridor there. Again, correlation coefficient still showing a hail core here just to the south of Auburn, west of St. Joe, in southern DeKalb County, moving northeast at 40 miles an hour. I see a question in here about southern Indiana. Well, let's go take a look here at southern Indiana. Tanya asked if we think the storms in southern Indiana will become severe. Right now, not really a lot of storms in southern Indiana. Right now, it's just mainly stratiform rain associated with our shortwave moving through. Again, a few embedded rumbles of thunder here, perhaps a few thunderstorms across eastern Illinois here. But again, the better environment is off to the north across northern Indiana, southeast lower Michigan here. More of a stable environment down here where we have our more moderate to steady rainfall. Again, stratiform rain following down here in southern Indiana. Again, the atmosphere is more stable. So I don't really expect any severe weather in southern Indiana, at least at this point in time. If we see any destabilization, we will let you know, and we will make those updates known. But for right now, our attention is northern Indiana. We're watching a line stretching just to the south of Frankfort, all the way up to DeKalb County, Indiana, is where our current severe thunderstorm warning is. Again, quarter-size hail, 60 miles per hour wind gusts, latest advisory is still in effect for another 17 minutes here as the storm is racing at 40 miles an hour towards Butler, Indiana. Probably going to go just to the south of Hamilton, Indiana, west of St. Joe. But Butler, you guys are on deck for quarter-size hail and perhaps 60 miles per hour winds. There we go. They trimmed the warning back a little bit, left it at 1-inch hail, quarter-size, and 60 miles per hour winds still associated with this thunderstorm as well. So again, we'll turn our hail tracker back on here to take a look at that latest update. Yeah, still showing a very pronounced hail core here. Southern DeKalb County here, right where they trimmed that warning back to. This is your hail core right in here. Turn radar off, or there we go. Just to the east of Auburn, just to the west of Concord, splitting Auburn and Concord. Auburn could have some small hail there, perhaps P2 dime size there. You're kind of right on the edge of the hail core with the heaviest portion of the core just to the south here. You can see that pink and purple there. We'll go ahead and turn on correlation coefficient to show you that. Yeah, here's your hail core sitting right in here. Again, County Road 56, 46A, 39, 50. Again, just to the west of Concord here, DeKalb County. Again, that's where your largest hailstone is. Hear you loud and clear, Ryan. Sorry about that. Had some radio traffic there behind the scenes there. We have a couple chasers moving into position here across southern Michigan, just in case any of those storms go severe. So that is who he is talking with here behind the scenes. And John asks, what is going on in Portland area tonight? Well, if we go down south, some heavy rain, perhaps gusty winds. Again, sub-severe at this point in time. We'll have to watch some of these storms to your west here to see how they trend as they track east towards that area later tonight, if they hold together. Again, right now, the severe risk is overall low the further south you go. And a lot of that is because the atmosphere has stabilized itself a little bit more, especially with this stratiform rain that is moving through. Again, stratiform rain really helps stabilize the atmosphere. It prevents further destabilization with that cloud cover and rainfall. So again, a little bit less of a severe weather risk to the south here associated with that more steady to moderate rainfall. But where we have these storms by themselves here, stretching from about Frankfort, Indiana, all the way through Kokomo, Huntington, Fort Wayne, and Auburn. Other storms to watch here, stretching in the southeast, lower Michigan. These storms in particular have the greatest risk for some hail and damaging winds. Again, our severe thunderstorm right now is in DeKalb County, Indiana. Again, a really pronounced hail core on it. Still warned for 1/4 inch hail, 60 miles per hour winds approaching the Moore, Indiana area. Still a very pronounced hail core right in here. County Road 56, 46A, 50, State Road 8, probably getting pretty close to you right now. Again, CC's a little bit behind here. It's more likely approaching State Road 8 right now, where those quarters are just to the northwest of Concord, moving into Moore here over the next 5 to 10 minutes. Again, this storm not quite as fast as what we were seeing storm motions last night. Again, last night, a lot of these storms were moving east-northeast at 60 to 70 miles an hour. A little bit slower today, but still moving northeast at 40 to 50 miles an hour. Kathy asked, after the rain is out, will the high winds leave? Slowly. Again, we have a very large upper level low that is moving across the high plains in Wisconsin today, and a short wave that is moving through, which is just a ripple in the jet stream, another kind of embedded area of low pressure. But with that, we have a very tight pressure gradient, which that is really giving us our winds today. Again, wind advisory still in effect through this evening. Could have some winds gusting to 40 to 55 miles per hour, with the strongest winds across northern Indiana and lower Michigan. So again, they'll slowly subside overnight and into tomorrow as the storm system moves out of the region. Again, we'll turn our hail tracker back on here. Still severe thunderstorm warning in effect for another 14 minutes here. DeKalb County, Indiana, 1-inch hail, 60 miles per hour winds is the one we're watching right now. We'll go ahead and turn on hail tracker here. And here we go. Well, this is really far behind. We'll go ahead and switch products here. Here we go. Yeah, still showing 1/4 inch hail here. There, especially where those reds are, just to the west of Concord. This is a little bit behind here. I'll wait for the latest update here. Perhaps some stronger cells near the O'Brien, Ohio area from Stryker, West Unity, Archbold, Ohio, Wauseon could get some small hail as well. Again, severe thunderstorm warning for DeKalb County, Indiana. Whitley County, Noble County, Allen County have been allowed to expire as the storm has moved off to your north and east. So Fort Wayne, you guys are in the clear. Still have to watch these little blue blips here. These are some stronger updrafts here. Again, maybe some pea-sized hail in some of those, but nothing severe at this point in time. Yeah, Kokomo, Howard County right down here. I see nothing in Kokomo yet. Could have a few isolated showers and perhaps a rumble of thunder just to your south here. Again, these are sub-severe, mainly just a moderate rainfall risk with these, perhaps some gusty winds, pea-sized hail. But again, these are sub-severe at this point in time. We'll take a look at Indianapolis's radar here to get a closer look, but not really seeing anything too suspicious for Howard County at this time. From Center, Greentown, Kokomo, Forest, not really seeing anything that is too concerning with those. So good news down there. But again, storms we'll have to watch here as they track across Indiana over the next hour or so. Again, our severe thunderstorm warning still in effect for DeKalb County, Indiana. Right smack dab in the east central portions of DeKalb County now. Getting pretty close to the Ohio border here as it moves into far northwest Ohio. Again, we'll have to watch these cells as they track into southeast lower Michigan here. And if we do get a warning here, I'll have to pop out here and help Ryan with Michigan here. But again, we'll probably do a dual stream, as Ryan mentioned here, before he washed out. And we'll keep an eye on these storms with Indiana if we have to go live for Michigan here. Again, we do have some chasers in the Monroe County, Lenawee County areas in southeast lower Michigan. So we do have some chasers in that vicinity who will have eyes on those storms as well. So we'll go ahead and turn our hail tracker back on here just to see how that has trended here. Whoop, not what I wanted. There we go. So a little bit weaker of a signature there. So kind of goes along reflectivity nicely as well. Again, this is the storm to watch here outside Bryan, Ohio, coming near Wauseon, Ohio, Fayette, Ohio. Again, we'll have to watch this storm here for some small hail as it moves into Monroe County, or not Monroe County, Lenawee County, Michigan over the next few minutes here. But again, severe thunderstorm warning still in effect here for another 9 minutes here. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail is still the hazard associated with the storm. Getting pretty close to the Butler area. Could have some small hail moving in. Again, Archbold, Ohio, probably getting a few larger stones, perhaps nickel-size hail in there. Maybe a few quarters in there, but again, right now, more along the line of dime to nickel-size hail with that storm. Actually, we do have a special weather statement now on that storm there. And yeah, 50 to 55 miles an hour and nickel-size hail. So it goes along with radar quite nicely there for that cell across far northeast Indiana, or sorry, northwest Ohio. Close to severe criteria in terms of wind, though. Again, severe criteria for winds 58 miles an hour. And this storm is racing, moving northeast at 75 miles an hour. So this storm's really hit the gas over the last few minutes here. It was moving closer to 50. Now it is moving at 75 miles an hour. So it stepped on the gas moving into southeast Ohio here over the next few minutes here. 50 to 55 mile per hour winds there, nickel-size hail. Wauseon, Archbold, Ohio, right along the 80-90 corridor there, US 20. You guys could all see this again. This hail tracker is old here. In fact, I'm actually just going to turn it off just because it is not accurate at all. And you can kind of see a little bit of a booming segment here. I don't like how Radar Omega is presented today. It's just not really giving the best depiction of these storms here today. We'll go ahead and turn back our velocity on here. Again, perhaps some gusty winds here, southern DeKalb County, moving into Butler here. But the overall trend is weakening a little bit with this cell. Not really seeing the hail core like we saw a few minutes ago. Again, our largest hail core just to the northwest of Wauseon, Fayette, Ohio, east of 127, along the 80-90 corridor there, getting ready to move into Lenawee County in southeast lower Michigan. But again, they are going to let this warning continue here. It does expire in 7 minutes. We'll see if they reissue that or not. But right now, in my honest opinion, it does look like it is trending sub-severe, which is some good news. Hopefully that trend continues. Again, sometimes with these storms, we see them kind of weaken and then re-intensify. So hopefully that does not happen here. But again, we'll have to keep a close eye on that. Not really seeing a deep hail core on correlation coefficient like we saw before. Again, where those deeper blues and purples were that we were seeing right in here. Not really seeing that too much anymore. Maybe a few speckles in there, but nothing as pronounced as what we were seeing here before. But again, some gusty winds perhaps there on the south side of this storm as it moves into Butler. And then these storms here, Wabash County, Huntington County, over towards Peru, Kokomo, and Howard County. These are sub-severe at this point in time as well. Still a small threat, moderate rainfall, some lightning strikes, maybe some pea-sized hail. But again, largely sub-severe at this point in time. Again, with our strongest cell, in my opinion, is actually getting ready to move into southeast lower Michigan here over the next few minutes here near the Fayette, Ohio area, Morenci in Lenawee County, Lyons. This storm will be moving up in there. So when are we in the all clear? Connor asks. Probably later this afternoon. Again, marginally supportive of strong to severe thunderstorms really throughout the entire afternoon today through about 8 p.m. or so. Once we lose the sun, daytime heating, I think we'll lose a lot of our instability here. But again, marginally supportive of strong to severe thunderstorms through the remainder of the evening here across Indiana. Again, a little bit less further south, and a lot of that has to do with our stratiform rain that has really moved in here. But again, this line stretching from southeastern Illinois all the way up to Fort Wayne, Indiana, Angola, southeast Michigan is really the place to watch for gusty winds, small hail, and heavy downpours. Otherwise, just a steady rain and gusty non-severe winds across the remaining areas of the state, especially southern and far eastern Indiana. Again, our only severe thunderstorm warning still in effect for Butler County, Indiana, or not Butler County, DeKalb County, Indiana, moving into the town of Butler. Again, does expire in 5 minutes, 1-inch hail, 60 miles an hour. It is showing signs of weakening, which is some good news there. Again, correlation coefficient maybe showing a larger hail core moving in the Morenci here, Lenawee County. We'll have to watch that very closely here. Kind of in between radars, so a little bit harder to see. You can kind of see those brighter colors there That's indicative of some hail, kind of like what we saw right in here, maybe a small hail core there getting ready to move into Butler. We'll go ahead and turn hail tracker back on here and take a look at that. Whoops, not Classic. No, I'm too far down. That is why. Here we go. Again, a little bit older of a scan here. Again, this is about 8 minutes old here. But again, a little bit of a weakening trend here depicted on radar, which is what we want to see here. And they may have canceled that severe thunderstorm warning, and they did. So there is currently no severe thunderstorm warnings in effect in Indiana anymore. That storm has since went sub-severe, but we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Lenawee County now in Michigan. So I'm going to have to hop out of here and help Ryan out on stream. So with that being said here, guys, thanks for hanging out. We'll continue to watch Indiana as well. But with that being said, no severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for Indiana at this time. So we will see you next time.